delivering quality education, expanding access to learning. The official TV-based instruction of Tagum City. This is Tagum City Division's DepEd TV. Tara na!
What are you doing here, Pia? Are you done answering your modules?
Not yet, Mom. I'm having a hard time in answering my modules. That is why I decided to take a break for a while and I happened to end up here, stargazing.
Ooh, that's interesting. You know what? When I was young like you, I also loved to stargaze a lot.
Really, Mom? Did you also notice what I've seen right now?
I did. These objects or patterns are called constellations. I even know some of the stories behind this. Do you want to hear the story of my favorite constellation?
Yes, Mom. I'm really excited.
Long, long ago, in a kingdom called Utopia, King Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia ruled happily along with their daughter Princess Andromeda. Cassiopeia was very beautiful, but also very arrogant and vain. It was these latter two characteristics that led to her downfall. She thought that she was better than other people. One day,
Look at my daughter! Look at us! Who can be more divine than our fates? More beautiful than all the daughters of Nereus?
Nereus is a companion to Poseidon, god of the sea. When he learns of Cassiopeia's words, he's extremely angry.
How dare she insulted my daughters, who were all very beautiful. I must tell Poseidon. He will know how to punish her.
Nereus goes to see Poseidon and inform him of Cassiopeia's actions.
Poseidon, god of the sea, there's something urgent you must know. I heard that Cassiopeia, the queen of Utopia, is boasting about her and her daughter Andromeda's beauty, claiming they are far more beautiful than all my daughters.
How dare she commit such an act? She must be punished. No one shall offend the companion of the Almighty God of the sea.
Yes, I agree, and that's exactly why I came to you. What do you think her punishment should be?
Well, I need some time to ponder. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
After much thought, Poseidon decides that the best way to hurt Cassiopeia would be to kill the one she loves most, her daughter Andromeda. He sends floods and a sea monster called Cetus to destroy Cassiopeia's land. In despair, King Cepheus consulted an oracle to prevent the destruction of his reign.
My queen, what should we do? Of course, I love Andromeda with all my heart and I care for her. But until the end, I must remain loyal to my people, whom I promise to provide as long as I am their king.
My king, why are you so indecisive? There is only one option here according to the oracle we consulted. We both know what it is.
It was decided. Andromeda would be sacrificed. During a dark, stormy night, while Andromeda was sleeping, the king chained Andromeda to a rock at the sea's edge and left to be killed by the sea monster.
Please, save me! Help!
What a waste if a beautiful lady like her will die. I must save her.
Learning of Andromeda's story, he offered to rescue her if her parents agreed to let him marry their daughter.
My king and queen, I'm willing to save your daughter. with the condition that you will let me marry her.
Perseus killed the monster and married Andromeda. Unhappy that Cassiopeia was not punished, Poseidon tied her to a chair in the heavens so that she would revolve upside down half of the time. This is how the constellation took its name, resembling the torture chair that was used for Cassiopeia's punishment for her pride.
Wow, what a beautiful story, Mom. The story taught us how to be humble.
Yes, you're right, Pia. Whenever I see the constellation Cassiopeia, I was really reminded not to boast. Hey, Pia, by the way, do you have anything else to do?
Oh, I almost forgot. Our science teacher, Ma'am Giselle, shared a video link about stars and constellation. Shall we watch together?
Yes, let's go!
Good day, students! I am Teacher Giselle from La Filipina National High School. Welcome to the 6th episode of Scientific Journey, where you can learn science concepts in fun and easy way. Come and join us as we explore the wonders of our universe through Science 9, only here at Salida La Filipina TV. For today's episode, you will learn about the characteristics of stars, and you will also learn about the patterns that form from groups of stars. This will cover our most essential learning competency, that is to show which constellations may be observed at different times of the year using models. Specifically, you will learn the following lesson objectives. First, describe stars through their basic characteristics. Second, identify what constellations will be visible on different parts of the year. And lastly, understand the relationship between the visible constellations in the sky and Earth's position along its orbit. Before we begin, make sure you have your pen, paper, and self-learning modules with you so you can write all the things that you will learn from today's session. Now, to test your prior knowledge about the topic, let's answer the pre-test. Are you now ready, grade 9 students? That's great! Let's get started. Write true if the statement is correct, and false if the statement is wrong. Remember, answer each item honestly. You'll be given 5 seconds to answer, and when you hear this sound, then time is up. Let's start. Number 1. Blue stars are much cooler than red stars. Is it true or false? Your time starts now. Awesome! The correct answer is false. Blue stars are the truly hot ones. The red stars are cool comparatively. Number 2. The star we see in each constellation are very close to each other. Is it true or false? Your time starts now. Incredible! The correct answer is false. They may appear close to each other, but they are actually light years apart. Number 3. On a clear night sky, you can see about 3,000 stars. Is it true or false? Your time starts now. Excellent! The correct answer is true. A person can see only about 3,000 stars on the average. Number 4. All constellations are visible from anywhere on Earth throughout the year. Is it true or false? Your time starts now. Great! The correct answer is false. The part of the sky visible at night at a particular place gradually changes as the seasons change. It means you can see different constellations in different parts of the year. Number 5. Besides the sun, the stars are not even part of the solar system. Is it true or false? Your time starts now. Amazing! The correct answer is true. Our sun is the nearest star to our planet and the only star in the solar system. Did you answer all the items correctly? If not, don't you worry because we will be learning together today about these concepts. Now students, please open your self-learning module to page 4, module 6. Are you now ready? All right, let's explore together. Have you tried observing the night sky using a telescope? Or when you look at the sky on a clear dark night, what do you see? Do you see patterns? Do you see images of animals or objects? Well, everything in this module is about those kinds of stuff. In this module, we will talk about stars and constellations. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I know that this reminds you of your mother singing to you when you were a child. Have you ever wondered what a star is? A star is a massive ball of hot gas called plasma. Our sun is an example of a star, the nearest star to our planet and the only star in the solar system. When we look at the night sky, we see thousands of stars. In reality, there are approximately 400 billion stars in our galaxy, and there are about 170 billion galaxies. It's awesome, right? But despite this great number of stars in our galaxy, a person can see only about 3,000 stars on the average. A star can be classified based on its basic characteristics: color, surface temperature, brightness, size, and mass. Let us know more about characteristics of stars by doing this simple activity using common household materials. Perform activity 2.1 in your module entitled Candlelight Colors on page 6. All you need is a candle and a matchstick. Reminder: be extra careful when handling these combustible materials. Adult supervision is advised for this activity. Now light the candle and observe its flame. What colors can you see in the flame? Did you see blue area at the base of the flame? How about yellow, orange, and red above it? Great observation! This activity helped us identify the colors of the stars. What does the color of a star mean? Star color ranges from red to blue. A star's color is dependent on its surface temperature. Figure 2.1 on page 6 in your module shows the surface temperature and color of different nearby stars, including the sun. Which star is the hottest? Which is the coolest star? In stars, blue is hotter than yellow and yellow is hotter than red. Cooler stars tend to be redder in color while hotter stars are bluer. How do we classify our sun? What is its color? Our sun is a mid-range star since its color is yellow. Isn't it amazing that the nearest star on Earth is not so hot, which makes it possible for life to exist in our planet? Are all stars equally bright? The brightness of a star as seen from the Earth depends on two factors: distance and the actual brightness of the star. The star's brightness as seen from Earth is its apparent magnitude. The size and the distance of a star from a viewpoint affect its apparent magnitude. In Figure 2.2 on page 8, Sirius appears to be brighter than the other two stars because it is closer to us. The Sun is apparently the brightest star because it is the nearest star from Earth. How about their real brightness? The real brightness of a star, irrespective of its distance from Earth, is called the absolute magnitude. Sirius may appear brighter than Rigel, but Rigel is in fact 1,500 times brighter than Sirius. Astronomers consider the star's absolute magnitude when comparing stars. A star's absolute magnitude is the brightness a star would have if all stars were the same standard distance from the Earth. Using Figure 2.2 again, which star is bigger, Sirius or Rigel? Can you really tell the size of the star by just looking at it? Figure 2.3 shows the size of the Sun, the closest star to Earth as compared to some other stars that we see at night. As we can see, the Sun is so small compared to other nearby stars. Also, Sirius, which appear bigger than Rigel, is actually very small compared to Rigel. It appears larger only because it is closer to us. How about the mass of the stars? The mass of a star is an important predictor for many other characteristics, including how long it will live. Astronomers use indirect methods to determine the masses of stars since they can't directly touch them. Typically speaking, more massive stars live shorter lifetimes than the less massive ones. This is because they consume their nuclear fuel much faster. Do you have a clearer understanding now of the characteristics of stars? That's good! Let's continue our discussion with the concepts on constellation. What is a constellation? A constellation is a group of bright stars that appears to form a pattern. They may appear close to each other, but they are actually light years apart. Astronomers recognize 88 constellations within the celestial sphere. The celestial sphere is an imaginary sphere of large unspecified size where the objects we can see in the sky are drawn or projected. People from long time ago named the patterns they can see in the night sky after their deities, heroes, objects, and animals. Most have legends, myths, or stories behind them. 48 of the 88 constellations that are recognized by astronomers were named based on Greek and Roman mythologies. But nearly all cultures have different names for the constellations. For example, the Greeks called the large constellation Orion, which means hunter and is prominent in the night sky all over the world during winter. Early Filipinos visualized the same group of stars as balatik, a trap used in hunting wild pigs. Some of the constellations can be seen only from the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. The part of the sky visible at night at a particular place gradually changes as the seasons change. It means you can see different constellations in different parts of the year. 4.2 shows some constellations and the month that they will be visible. For example, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricornus, Aries, and Taurus can be seen during September. Now check figure 3.3. Do the aforementioned constellations visible in September? You're right! These constellations were really visible that month. In March, Bootes, Cancer, Crater, Hydra, Leo, and Virgo are seen. Aquila, Cygnus, Hercules, Lyra, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, and Scorpius are prominent in June. Lastly, Canis Major, Cetus, Eridanus, Gemini, Perseus, Taurus, and Orion are seen during cold season in December. As you can see also in figure 4.2, the constellations appear to change positions in the sky from east to west or westward. This is because of the eastward or counterclockwise motion of the Earth around the Sun. While the rotation of the Earth on its axis causes the apparently nightly movement of the stars across the sky, the revolution is responsible for the fact that we can see different parts of the sky at different parts of the year. That is why the set of constellations that a person can see changes as the seasons change. Another use of constellations was in navigation. The Polaris, which is known as the North Star and the brightest star in the constellation Ursa Minor, is widely used in navigation because it does not change its position at any time of the night or year. Also, one can figure out his or her latitude just by looking at how Polaris appears in the night sky. This allows sailors to find their way as they sail across the seas. To understand more about our topic, let us recall what we have learned today. We have learned that a star can be described based on its basic characteristics: color, surface temperature, brightness, size, and mass. We define constellation as a group of bright stars that appears to form a pattern. We also identified constellations visible on different parts of the year. And lastly, we learned that we can see different constellations in different parts of the year because of Earth's revolution around the Sun. Alright, students! I'm sure that you can still remember our discussion earlier. This time, let us answer the activity entitled, "When can you see me?" Now here's the direction. Identify the month on which the following constellations appear. Choose from the choices and write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. If there are more than one answer, write at least one. Remember, answer each item honestly. You will be given 5 seconds for each item, And when you hear the sound, then time is up. Are you now ready, grade 9 students? Let's begin. Number 1. Orion. When can you see this constellation? Is it in March, June, September, or December? Correct! The answer is December. Number 2. Aquarius. When can you see this constellation? Is it in March, June, September, or December? Great! The answer is June or September. Number 3. Virgo. When can you see this constellation? Is it in March, June, September, or December? Amazing! The answer is March or June. Number 4. Scorpius. When can you see this constellation? Is it in March, June, September, or December? Brilliant! The answer is June. Number 5. Leo. When can you see this constellation? Is it in March, June, September, or December? Exactly! The answer is March or December. Excellent, students! I hope you were able to answer the test correctly. You may read and answer the Activity 6 on Let Us Practice More on page 15 and complete the Constellation Crossword Puzzle on Let Us Enhance on page 19. Got it? Way to go! Hope that you have learned something new today. Thank you so much for joining, and please make sure to be with us in the next episode only here at Salida La Filipina TV in collaboration with DepEd TV. Tara na! Again, this is Teacher Giselle saying, don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and rearrange them the way you want. Create your own constellation.
Abot kamay sa Liga ng Pilipina, ang tagumpay sa tagumpay.
Mga kabataan, huwag panghinaan. Salida La Filipina ay bigyan daan. Ito ay magbibigay ng kaalaman. TV naman ngayon ang inyong paaralan. Mahirap man ang inyong sitwasyon, tayo ay magtulungan para sa edukasyon. Bawat isa ay mayroong misyon, matutong mabuti, maging inspirasyon.
Salida La Filipina, ang iyong pangarap ay kikisa. Salida La Filipina.